What up, Candid World?
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve, and that's Bruce.
My name is... Hey, why did you give away my secret identity?
I'm Cap.
I'm Batman.
That's a really good.
Could you imagine if Batman... I mean, how does my beard look, everybody? Ha ha ha. And my hair.
If he just went full like scruff,
Yeah, like...
I think it actually. I think you look good.
Why wouldn't Batman have just a massive tapered beard? I mean, it would
Too easily. Does it give away the secret identity?
I guess maybe a good beard just can't be missed.
How about
Do you
the
think of it?
flow?
I feel like I sound a little different, like I'm a little clogged or something.
It's because the pressure on the nasal.
The nasal.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll tell you what.
It's Halloween week. Is this a little loud? This might be a little loud.
Nah, I think it's good.
Oh,
Kevin hasn't cracked a brew on a show in a while.
I have not.
Adulting.
Adulting, podcasting.
All right, superhero check number 1.
Yeah.
How is drinking with a plastic nose?
Oh,
Drinking a beer. Is it? So being a superhero, this might be a little bit more challenging than we realized. The vision is really blocked in the mask.
yours significantly. Your vision is significant. For me, it's only the nose is a little compressed. But it might make my voice sound different.
For those of you who are listening to us in the audio, we're celebrating Halloween. I'm in a Captain America
Hi,
getup,
Nate.
and Kevin is in a Batman outfit.
So far, mask does not block drinking.
That's good.
You know what it is, though? But these eyes, I constantly want to be like moving it around because it's kind of like digging into the bottom of my eye.
Yeah.
It's not uncomfortable. It's just kind of like when you wear like
Glasses or something.
yeah.
You just notice it.
Yeah.
It's hard to look at the notes. Yeah, we're gonna. Ugh. You know what? It makes me think the drinking scene in Avengers 2: Age of Ultron is a little underrated in terms of the Marvel scenes, like where they're just sitting around getting hammered together.
Yeah, and then they all try to lift the hammer.
I think I've only seen that movie once, and it was not until after I've seen.
Come on.
I think I missed that one in like watching all the movies. I think I never realized that I never saw that one until after like Infinity War.
Oh,
And so then I went back and I was like, okay, or after maybe Civil War, I ended up going back and being like, oh, there was a whole movie I missed and I didn't know about it.
that's insane, Chet.
Yeah,
and you've
I think
only
so.
seen it once?
I think so, maybe twice now.
Oh my God. Haven't you guys watched all of them like 7 times? Like in a row?
No, we just did that one summer.
Never mind then. I've seen it. Ultron is a really good movie. I like Ultron.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where do you have it?
Oh God, come on.
I mean, I know you don't have them all ranked for sure. Top half?
Yeah. Yeah.
Top 10.
How many are there? 21?
There's probably, I mean, as of the end of...
Yeah, no. Endgame. Like...
After Endgame, I think there was 21 or 22.
Well, top 10 is a top half.
Oh, Nate's going as Green Arrow to a holiday. If you're on the live stream, let us know what you are planning in dressing in.
So Nate's going as like my little counterpart buddy, like Green Arrow from Star City. That's what he's portrayed as, right? The rich billionaire that can't be Batman.
Yeah, I think so.
I kick your butt, Nate.
I'm going as
My toys are cooler than your toys.
I'm going as Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Julie is going to be Ghost.
Hey, do you guys ever watch the Bat Wheels?
No, I wanted. He just won't.
Cool.
He won't get in on it yet.
It's kind of cool. Like
maybe I'll just put it on and see if he'll get in.
I think it's Amazon Prime. No, it's HBO. I think it's HBO. And I put
Bat
it on.
Wheels? It is. It's HBO then.
I put it on and I was like, you know what? I could watch this. It's superheroes in cars. Their cars talk, kind of like the movie Cars. It's kind of cute. It's corny.
Is it
it's
a
corny
TV show or a movie?
TV show?
Okay.
And like, so each hero has their own vehicle along between Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. And then obviously there's also like the Bat Wing, there's the Bat motorcycle, things like that. But then all the villains have their own. So, and they have all like the main villains: Penguin, Joker, Harley. It's pretty cool. Riddler. Riddler's like he flies around in a helicopter.
I love DC.
A lot of candy on the show tonight, guys.
It's Halloween. Do you want to do the candy talk now, or you want to save it for later?
I think we should, like, talk about our sponsors.
Okay, let's thank the official sponsor of Candid Athletic Training, Healthy Roster. Check them out, www.healthyroster.com. Each week, they're recognizing a new athletic trainer of the month. Just a company that does really care about athletic trainers. The best EMR in the world. They have an updated system. You really should check it out by going to healthyroster.com. Let them know that if you're in the mood for a new EMR, that's because of us, Candid Athletic Training. So,
yeah, and Batman.
Do you think you could scare someone into buying something?
Yeah, totally. If you don't buy it, or else, something like that.
It's really good.
It's okay.
You have the right depth to it. How long do you think you could keep that up though?
How long?
You think you could get through a whole hour podcast like that?
No.
No chance. No. You'd be waking up tomorrow.
Probably a very underrated.
A broken larynx.
Christian Bale. I mean, the amount of scenes that he had to talk like this, that I'm sure he had some raspy days.
I mean, how many reshoots and whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, thanks to smarttoolsplus.com. 10% off anything using the code CANDID10. If you are looking for some IASTM or some BFR tools, that's where you should get them. Again, 10% off using the CANDID10 code. And lastly, Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus, where you can get the lowest price on any sort of professional liability insurance around if you are a member of the Candid Athletic Training podcast. So we highly encourage that you become a member of our show and then get yourself or else. Yeah, and then get yourself save yourself some money there. I was just thinking, what there was a text conversation with my family earlier this week. There was a picture and something about Bennett being Batman and me being Robin.
Yeah.
Or something along the line. And I just said, well, Julie is Alfred. And she goes, I am not the butler. I said, hey, he was the linchpin of the whole thing.
Wow. Does she even watch Batman movies?
She does.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the greatest honor in the world to be Alfred.
I know. She just thought it was because I was saying she does all the cleaning.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's...
and cook. Well, I do all the cooking.
Alfred does a lot of that, too.
I do want to watch Pennyworth on HBO.
Yeah.
That's on my list of to watch, Pennyworth. So maybe I'll just crack it open and just start and just see if I like the first episode.
Have we ever done Alfred for a fact?
No, because when we did The Batman, we did Selena Kyle versus Commissioner Gordon. We have not done Alfred.
And like in the 4.5 years we've done this podcast, we've never debated whether or not Alfred would make it.
Well, who would we do it against? Mr. Belvedere? Butlers? The best butlers?
Why does it have to be another butler?
Well, because we usually just try and come up with some sort of theme to it. All right, well then let's plan an Alfred. Famous butlers.
We did like
Jimmy Butler. Would Jimmy Butler or Alfred the Butler make a better athletic trainer, and why?
Alfred.
Jimmy Buckets.
Alfred for sure. Remember we did the fat of like not the sidekicks.
Yeah, we did. It was like.
But who was
Robin,
that?
And it was
the kid from Spider-Man.
Yeah. What's his name?
His buddy from high school, right?
Yes. I'm blanking. Wong was in there. Wong from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I think we just did a best sidekick. Yeah, and I think they might have made it.
I'm surprised we never did all. Well, we're gonna have to do Alfred sometime.
Ned, thank you, Ned.
Ned the head.
We didn't do Felicity.
Oh yeah,
from Green Arrow.
Yeah, Macho Man, Christian Bale, Batman. You'll lose your voice with that, Kyle. Yeah.
Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Ooh,
It's a really strong candidate there.
Jeffrey against Alfred.
Okay, fine. We'll do that next week.
I mean, Jeffrey's got the dance moves. That's for damn sure. 'Cause that's important.
Carlton has the dance moves.
So does Jeffrey. There's a
Episode
couple Jeffrey episodes where he dances.
294. We'll look up Butlers in case we want to throw somebody else in there. But
Good call, Kyle.
Butlers. We'll do Jeffrey Geoffrey, I believe.
Geoffrey.
We'll do Alfred. That'll be a fun discussion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of being a butler to being an athletic trainer. But tonight, let's debate Steve Rogers versus Bruce Wayne.
Why don't you hit that thingamajig and we'll get into shenanigans.
Shenanigans. I just realized why. I'm like, something's wrong with my microphone. It's not. It's because there's a plastic piece in between my headphones. I sound a little bit differently.
Yeah, Batman with
maybe.
headphones.
Anyways. All right, let's talk about this. Maybe I'll put up a poll real quick here on social media. What's your initial reaction here? Batman, Captain America.
I mean, my initial reaction is Captain America.
Would make a better athletic trainer?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm going to say his wholesome, good-hearted nature is kind of vital at being a good athletic trainer.
So he's got personality.
No, I think he's got the heart.
The heart of gold.
You know, you got to have, that's a reference to the movie.
Nate wants to know.
What was the scientist's name?
Shoot.
Either way. The guy that loved him. Yeah, what does Nate want to know?
He wants to know: are we doing the alter egos or just the superheroes?
Oh,
I think that's great.
It's a very valid question there, Nate. Well, considering you're the one that came up with this and said, "I want to wear a mask for an hour," what do you want to do?
I don't care.
The actual?
No, I think it's the whole thing. The whole thing.
Everything about it.
It's both sides.
Everything about it.
Because there's the athletic trainer in front of the people, and there's the athletic trainer behind the people.
How about Marvel just doesn't care if people know who the superhero is? There is no alter ego. It's just everybody knows that Captain America is Steve Rogers. Everybody knows that Tony Stark is Iron Man.
Abraham Erskine.
Erskine?
Erskine. Another Abraham in your life.
That. I don't remember that being the name.
I think he's just created the serum. I don't know if he's the one that actually injected it into Captain America, but he created it. Yeah. Remember, he was the one that was going to use it for bad, and the other guy said, no, it just enhances. I could have looked that up wrong. So, all right, Captain America. He's got all the personality you want. He's a team player. He's obviously a super soldier. So he's got some abilities to run fast, to carry. He's got good hand-eye coordination. Can use a shield. I don't know if that means anything.
He can do this all day.
I could do this all day.
He can do this all day.
That's great. But also Batman works morning and night, day and night. I mean, Batman also can put in late hours.
His mask is actually on during the day.
I could do this all day.
Hold on.
So Batman's got all the toys. He's got the resources.
Abraham Erskine.
Yeah.
Erskine. Dr. Abraham. That's my kid's name.
Yeah.
He's going to go as that guy for Halloween.
You're just going to put a syringe in his hand? Yeah. Abraham, why are you holding that needle? Because I'm creating super soldiers, Dad.
He's creating super soldiers. Leave him alone. My kid can crawl on top of couches and stuff now.
It happens so fast.
What the hell is happening? He can open doors. He can crawl on couches.
Advanced.
Wild. He's like 15 months old.
So
either way, okay.
I mean, Batman's got a lot of resources. He's got he's a detective. He's very.
How about this,
He's
though?
really got good perception and like picks up small details.
But does Batman have a lot of resources? Because the greatest resource in the world is what?
Your hands.
People. People, Chad. People are a resource. I don't know what's.
And he's got no people around him other than Robin and
Batman's
Alfred
got
and
basically Alfred and Captain Morgan
and a bunch
Captain
of
Morgan.
hookers. Captain Morgan, Captain America,
Captain Gordon,
Commissioner.
Gordon, Captain Commissioner, same thing. Coming from a huge Batman fan. He doesn't work well with others. He pretends to work well with others.
No.
Batman, that is.
Did I ever send you that like picture where it said, "Here's your $100 budget, build the best team of superheroes"?
Maybe. You sent me a lot of things like that over the years.
Yeah. This would have been just like a couple months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. And it had like 12 different people, and there was like $60 characters, $30 characters, $10, and it just said, build the best team. I'll see if I can find it.
It's like DraftKings for superheroes. Rogers, Captain America. Oh, God.
He's the ultimate team player.
Ultimate team player. He's relentless. He's not necessarily the smartest guy in the room, right? Batman's pretty smart.
He's a little outdated.
He's a little outdated.
He's probably still using ice. In fact, he's a big believer of the ice.
Yeah, he loves the ice. It kept him alive for 70 years.
Cryogenics.
I would say...
Not up on his research.
No, not 3 weeks old, Nate. Sorry.
That's the other one.
My 15-month-old is opening doors. I don't know if that makes it any better, but he's... what's the right word?
Gifted.
He's gifted.
Advanced.
60, 30, 10.
So for those listening, I just showed Kevin this.
By the way, Batman and Captain America are only worth $10. So
I think it's because they don't have true like superpowers.
Yeah. No, I can understand that.
So, all right. So I don't know. Is this a meme? And it just said,
yeah,
you have $100 to build the best team. Good luck. So $100 here. That's your budget. And there are 4 people in the $60 category. It's Superman, Incredible Hulk, Doctor Strange, Wonder Woman. There are 4 characters in the $30. It is the Flash, Cyborg, Black Panther, Iron Man, and then in the $10 character or category, there's Steve Rogers, Black Widow, Bucky, Winter Soldier, and then Batman. So you could choose one from each category, one from the 60, one from the 30, one from the 10. You could do 2 30s and 4. You could do 3 30s and 1 10. You could do 160 and all 10. So you can mix and match. I already know my answer.
You know yours?
I thought it out a long time ago.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
You're just taking all the 10s with 2 30s.
I'm not.
You're going for numbers.
No.
Going for numbers. You're doubling down.
I'm going to go with Wonder Woman, Black Panther, and Steve Rogers, Captain America is the best team. Those are the only 3 characters on there that actually want to be part of the team, a team. Everybody else on there sucks at having a sidekick or helping anybody else. Those are the only 3 that really do a good job of it. You've got Wonder Woman with all the powers. You've got Black Panther with unlimited resources. And you got Steve Rogers, who's of these characters, he's got the most superpowers.
Yeah, talk about some unlimited resources. Who has more resources? Black Panther or Batman?
I think it's Black Panther.
I think so too.
He's got people working for him. Batman has to,
yeah.
He's got the smartest sister in the world.
I mean, his Batcave is an entire country.
Yeah, correct.
Wow, what a guy!
All right, so back to the lecture at hand here.
That sucks that guy died.
Yeah, they could have done some really cool things.
He was really, really good at being that character.
Yeah, he was a good actor. Yeah. So Captain,
So did we? Yeah, keep going.
we're back to Captain America, Batman. I think Batman is sneaky, low key. He works some long hours. He's not afraid of doing the dirty work,
No.
getting his hands dirty. What needs to be done. He's got conviction. Both of these characters have a lot of conviction.
Very.
I think Batman low key can ask better questions as a better detective, better evals,
Yeah.
a little bit more perceptive. Who's
One
better?
probably swears.
Who's better
one
with
doesn't.
wound care? I think Batman might be better with wound care. How
Oh,
many
I
times
would actually
he
say
stitched
Batman.
himself up?
Yeah. I would actually definitely say Batman.
Yeah.
Steve doesn't really.
He's also not afraid to work by himself, and sometimes that's what you got to do.
He takes on a whole city by himself, right?
Yeah. So they're redeeming qualities of both here.
Although Steve sometimes took on an entire army led by Thanos.
Yeah,
by
but he
himself.
had, what was his entourage called? The in the picture,
in the first one.
Yeah, well, that's
yeah.
his group. It's like Robin Hood and his band of merry men. What was it called?
The Men in Tights. Tights.
Who are you going with here? Do you have an opinion? Batman. Kyle says Batman also has a ton of gadgets and better vehicles. Oh my God. Early results are in. It's dead even at 50-50.
All right. 253.
We'll wait till the end of the show and reveal it.
100,000 people already voted.
64,000 people. All the athletic trainers around the country have already voted on this, and it's 50-50.
I'm going to say for every good quality that Captain America has, that good heart, never stops. Like, he can do this all day. America's ass. Batman hit Captain America's good qualities don't necessarily outweigh Batman's bad qualities as much as Batman's good qualities that he has outweigh Steve's bad qualities.
What are Steve's bad qualities? He's outdated. So then you're going with Batman.
Lack of resources, truly. I mean, the actual Captain America, he's not Iron Man, but he could call Tony, like, hey, can I borrow some cool stuff? I think I'm going Batman. I'm gonna go Batman. I think he's a good blend of mixing the gadgets with the hard work. Maybe he's grumpy every day, but he gets the job done. The detective skills are pretty high in my book. Yeah, I'm going Batman.
Do you think if Cap is doing rehab, he's only saying on your left, on your left,
on your left,
on your left?
Yes. Oh, gives me chills still to this day.
On your left? Which one went out of the portal on your left?
Out of the portal gives me goosebumps. And so does like him catching the
Here's one like really, 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 really small gripe about that.
What? He doesn't come out on his left?
He doesn't come out first.
No, he doesn't.
Black Panther comes out. You hear on your left, and then Black Panther comes out. It should have just been Bucky, and then Black Panther, and then everybody. Like,
no, it should have been. It's Falcon. Falcon says.
Sorry,
hey,
I said Bucky. I meant Falcon. Yeah, it should have been Falcon.
It should have been Falcon, but
Black Panther came out first.
Him flying in,
It still doesn't matter. That should be the first person you see.
They were inverted.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty. It's a pretty epic scene, regardless. I don't think they could have fucked it up. I don't think they did. What does Nate say?
He says, I think in an ideal world, Captain America would be the ideal AT, but in the real world, I think Batman, because he has the cynicism ATs need, acquire along with all the targets and detective skills.
Who's funnier? Is one of them funnier?
Captain America seems to be. Actually, they're both kind of little subpar in the humor.
Yeah. So true.
I think. Yeah. So you're going Batman.
I do think Captain America is just a little too idealistic. right?
Yeah.
We have to be a little realistic with a hope for idealism as athletic trainers.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think Batman has just the down to earth, like let's whatever it takes. Although Captain America also does that. Like he's getting his tail kicked and he just bears down the workload. How about this? The workload. I mean, they're cutting logs, they're splitting logs, him and Tony, and he's just like,
Keep grabbing Twizzlers.
I can't have Twizzlers. I wish I could. I miss licorice.
You can't have licorice?
There's gluten in licorice.
Really?
Yeah.
The things you know.
Yeah. So like he can just the work rate of Captain America is pretty fantastic.
Told me there's not gluten in a Kit Kat?
There is gluten in the Kit Kat. I can't have that either.
How about a Reese's?
I can have those. I can have the Reese's and I can have the Hershey's. We got a bag of candy here. I'm still torn. And
You're dragging this out. Would you pick?
I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. Honest to God, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go Captain America. It always comes back to the personality to me.
You were so torn.
I was. This was one of the hardest fats we've ever done. I'm glad
Who's
we
your
did
favorite
it.
superhero of all time, Chad?
My favorite superhero of all time.
Yeah.
The Flash.
Yeah. Who was the close second?
Human Torch.
Human Torch.
When I was a kid, he was my favorite. He was my favorite as a kid, like the cartoon.
I thought Captain America was your second choice.
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, we should really rank them. I don't know. I'd have to really think about it. There's a lot I really like.
Oh, of course.
Captain America, Batman.
Who's your Mount Rushmore of superheroes? Not necessarily like the Mount Rushmore of superheroes. Who's your
my favorites,
boom.
Or who I think are most important?
No. Your favorites.
My favorite.
Uh-huh.
The Flash.
Uh-huh.
Human Torch. Boy, this is tough because I get like Marvel's done such a good job with the character portrayals. It's probably swayed me. I think they did such a good job of casting a couple of characters that like I want to say Thor because I really liked Chris Hemsworth, but I'm not going to. I'll say Flash, Human Torch,
yep, Speed Queens,
Batman, and Captain America.
Okay,
and yours?
Batman, Wolverine.
I knew that. I should have known that.
Yeah, gotta sneak in those X-Men when you can. I'd actually throw Captain America in there as well. Spider-Man.
So we had two of the same.
Two of the same. You know what I don't like about Endgame?
What's that?
Spider-Man doesn't save the goddamn fucking day.
Really? That's what you?
Yeah, I wish he saved the day a little bit more.
When he came out of the portal, he didn't really do a whole lot.
No,
it was more like comic relief, getting the football across the end zone.
Correct. And then,
which was kind of like, okay.
And then if you remember, like, then he gets like attacked by
pass
like
it off
1,000.
to Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Hey, kid.
Hey, kid.
You got something for me?
He's like, I got something for you. I got something for you.
I'm sure he did.
In that moment, oh yeah, arousal.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on.
She's good shit.
We'll have that discussion right after the show.
Okay. Nate's got Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, the Flash. Ooh.
So he's
a mixture of the two of us.
He's got three of yours. He's got three of yours.
Yeah.
He's more aligned with you.
Yeah, but he's got two of yours.
Yeah, but he's more aligned.
Yeah.
Three is more than two.
Yeah, but he's got 5 total.
Well, we have a little crossover. We have one crossover there. All right,
Oh, that's
we're
kinda
moving
good.
on.
Strawberry lime, Nisi. Strawberry lime's pretty good. Let's move on. What's next?
Let's do our friend or foe.
Okay.
Rehab exercises, Kevin.
Yep.
Shoulder rehab
I know nothing about.
exercises. Yeah, you've never done a single shoulder rehabilitation. I know.
First time I've ever
But
talked about it.
sometimes you lift weights,
Like this.
whether the dumbbells, bands, whatever,
Like that.
to rehab your shoulders after an injury.
Yeah.
Friend or foe, doing both arms at the same time.
Friend or foe. Shoulder exercises bilaterally.
Correct.
Oh.
So basically, if you get an athlete in there, are you saying do your left arm, then do your right arm? Or are you just saying, here you go, you can do them both at the same time? Do 2 chicks at the same time.
What would you do with $1 million?
I think we referenced that movie last week too.
2
weeks in a row for Office Space. Why don't we fat Office Space at some point?
Write it down.
All right.
Alfred and Office Space. God, bilateral shoulder exercises.
I mean, we had a small discussion about it right before the show, and I think I'm swaying.
Well, so doing bilateral shoulder work,
Eyes, wise, tease.
overhead things as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe to say, especially overhead, I'm actually more concerned about what the hell else is going on through your body, not necessarily the shoulders. So overhead activities, almost like I would do a bilateral shoulder exercise overhead if I was trying to correct how it was affecting their back, their low back. Because the reason they might have low back pain is because of how they reach overhead. They could also be unilateral. God, bilateral, friend or foe?
Who's doing?
This is a friend or foe, right?
Who's doing bilateral overhead exercises?
I mean, anybody that's taking something and putting it on a shelf.
Okay.
Anybody that's
A butterfly swimmer.
throwing their kid in their hair. I do it all the time. Butterfly.
That's it. That's the only athlete.
Setter.
All right, vet. All right.
I got a setter.
However, if you're leaning back, are you really?
Yeah, I mean it's a little more of a
Slightly,
press.
yeah.
It's a little more press than it's straight overhead. Professional bodybuilder.
So
World record push-up person.
So in general, what I'm hearing is there's not a lot.
There's not a lot of. I mean, there's got to be more.
Double overhead movements, which
four
I want to know why.
4-point stance. 4-point stance for a D end.
Okay. However,
powerlifters.
However, I'm saying when you're doing a rehab, so why are we doing bilateral eyes, wise, tees? Why are we doing?
Why are we doing eyes?
Why are we doing
at all?
Face pulls, double arm, like
face pulls?
Any sort of band exercises, like it should be single arm. I'm gonna say this is a foe.
Yeah,
this is a foe in terms of rehab.
God, I'm trying to make it a friend. I'm trying to make it a friend.
Unless you are concerned about the amount of time it will take to complete said rehab, and you want to like just speed it along.
Ooh, it's friend to the athletic trainer. Do 10 reps instead of 20. Oh God, bilateral.
So we put it up on social media earlier today. Let's see what happens here. Captain America is pulling away 61-39.
I have a feeling.
Oh my God.
There's something about intrinsic balance that
you can
right now with a grand total of 49.
Yeah, it's not our highest.
1,000 votes.
Yeah. 49 people voted so far, which is not our best poll ever.
73% friend.
3 out of every 4 people think it's okay to do bilateral shoulder rehab.
I think, but it's different than it's okay versus a friend versus like.
Is it preferred? It shouldn't be preferred to do them at the same time. That's not how the body moves.
This is the thing.
It's not even. It's worse it's worse for your core.
Not always, though.
No. Yes.
Not always.
I would argue that you move one arm at a time more often than not, and if you're doing the same movement with your arms, it's a little unnatural. Where in normal everyday life, you have to get a rotational component in there, and you're only going to do that if your arms are doing different things at the same time.
I don't disagree.
I feel like you can get better scap activation with bilateral. I also disagree with that slightly. Or you can do a hold with the oppo arm while doing other. Okay, that's fine. That's a little bit different than doing an isometric hold on one side with a movement on the other side. I would not consider that bilateral.
No, that's unilateral.
That's unilateral with a hold. I think that's great.
That's actually blending the two so that it becomes more functional.
But SA is more realistic to need to stabilize while one arm
moves.
Well, yeah.
Which I agree, right? Like, chances are you're not just, unless you're fencing.
Oh, God. Yeah. I would love to try it. I would love to try it.
Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Try. Even when you're doing single arm activities,
yeah,
throwing a ball, you are using your opposite side too.
Yeah, but they're not doing the same thing.
I know, that's my question is like, so is the answer doing bilateral but altering what each side is doing? Does that make sense?
So while one goes up, the other goes down?
Yeah.
I'd be better with that.
Very broadly. It's going to be a faux.
Bushwhackers.
Bilateral.
Bushwhackers. Should we fat the Bushwhackers? What were their names?
It's gonna be a faux.
Luke?
Unless you're doing bilateral, like broadly speaking, opposite motions. Pushing and pulling, lifting and pressing. I don't know, like.
So bilateral at the same time doing the same thing as a faux. That's what I'm hearing. Still.
Yeah, like eyes, Y's, and T's.
Eyes, Y's, and T's. Do them single arm.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
There's every once in a while I catch myself saying like, all right.
What was the other one's name, Kyle? Luke and Butch, right? Luke and Butch, the Bushwhackers. All right.
Like, do you ever catch yourself? You don't really do rehabs anymore. But every once in a while I catch myself getting so far away from the classics, like Eyes, Y's, and T's.
Yeah.
That I like throw it back in there. And then I remind myself like I can totally be doing better than this. Sure. Even like people that are around like a the very beginning of like a rehab stage and you just need very simple movements, I think you still could do better than some of these classic Eyes, Y's, and T's, clamshells, like banded walks. You know how many times I've given people gumshoes in the last 2 weeks?
You like it?
So many times.
Do they feel
we can do better? We can do better, people.
We will.
Either way, faux. Get the hell out of here.
Nate says that sometimes he thinks teaching it bilaterally can help them learn faster. Maybe. I won't disagree. I can't say no. But if they're capable of learning one, they're probably capable of learning the other.
Yeah.
God, your mask looks so good. All right. That was a good friend or foe. I say a little bit more discussion than I thought it would be. I can't see here. All right, what's next? Oh, we're gonna do an FMK.
Freaking Hershey's. Yeah.
F, marry, kill. We may or may not have done this a long time ago. I know we've talked about it. I don't know if we did it as an FMK, but we're going to talk about when you're an athletic trainer covering an event and there is a home and an away athletic trainer. There's multiple athletic trainers at said event. Traditionally, the athletic trainers will get together before the said event and after the said event, and usually during. Usually there's a check-in in the middle, like, hey, how you doing? Do you need anything? So let's F, marry, and kill those 3 scenarios. What are you looking at here? Are you looking up
Character's name?
which character? Butler's?
No.
Ooh, there's a story here.
Batman Begins. The cop
Maroney?
that is originally working with Gordon, and he's a dirty cop.
Was it Maroney?
No, that's what I was looking up his name, because classically in Batman lore, I thought they were trying to create the Officer Bullock.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, like
but
they did in
called
Gotham.
Yeah,
Harvey.
They called him Flass. The guy with the beard.
Flaccid.
I'm trying to remember the line from Batman Begins when he is interrogating Officer Flass, maybe Detective Flass. Maybe Detective Flass. Remember, it's in the rain. He scoops him up with like the
grappling
bat hook.
Yeah.
Right? And he pulls him up to like the top of a building, and it's raining, and he's trying to get the information of who it's Maroney's man. No,
Is this before he goes into the club?
Yeah, I think so. What's that? Like, be afraid of me? Like, he says something like that. What about me? Oh, I'm going to have to figure that line out later.
We have to watch that one, yeah.
Either way. Sorry, I cut you off. Before, during, after.
My 3 favorite times: before, during, and after.
Yeah.
So post meeting, pregame meeting. All right, I think the most important one is the pregame. Kind of quick go over the EAP. Unless you're the athletic trainer that's been there 100 times, you go to the same places. You probably know the EAP.
Yeah.
But that is the most important one. Like, hey, what do we do in scenario A, scenario B, scenario C?
Yeah.
How's this all go down?
So if it's the most important one,
that's the most important one.
You are marrying.
Nate says it's swear to me.
Swear to me. Yeah, I think you're right, Nate. Swear to me. I swear. Yeah, because he says like, I swear to God. He goes, swear to me. And then he like drops him down. And
is that when he broke his ankle?
No.
A fall from this height wouldn't kill me. I'm planning on it.
Yeah, that's when he throws Maroney.
Oh,
off of it. Not Maroney. He doesn't throw. It's
the other one.
God damn. No, man. I feel like an idiot.
People on the audio are probably like, these people are all over the place. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
We're stuck in Gotham right now. So all right, the most important one is
Falcone.
Yes, the most important meeting is the pregame meeting. So I'm gonna have to marry that one.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You have to make sure everyone's accounted for, present, engaged.
And engaged.
Well, like, yeah, you have to be. There's some give and take to that. Do you know what you're doing? Yep. Do you know what you're doing? Yep.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's the most important one. So marry the pregame meet. If I have to decide between the postgame meet and the in the middle meet, middle of the game,
halftime meet.
Yeah, like a lot of times for soccer, it was like, "Hey, how you doing on your water? Do you need more water? You need anything? You need anything?
Seems a little.
You want to come home?
Ooh.
So I want.
Well, you could.
I think I'll kill.
That.
I'll kill that one. I'll kill that one. I'll kill the middle of the whatever. If you've been doing this long enough, you know how much to provide, how much water to provide. You shouldn't really need to check in. I think it's just. I mean, it's courtesy, which is great. However, you can do without it.
Okay.
You should say goodbye.
Bye.
But it can just be a quick hitter.
Whoa.
Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. You doing okay? You need anything before you go? You need to talk to a doctor?
Oh, and then all of a sudden,
Was it good for you?
And then all of a sudden, you're stuck together for a little bit.
Maybe have a cigarette.
Oh.
Don't have a cigarette. Don't have a cigarette. I heard a story of a high school basketball coach in the area who got fired because they were vaping in front of kids and they were playing dice with the kids and taking their money. Yeah,
it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah,
it's probably not a good idea.
But anyways, afterwards, you should check
vaping,
in.
I would have get a little slap on the wrist. I mean, come on, the guy's got an addiction. Oh, I'm sorry. Making excuses.
What do you got here?
Oh, all right. But what if? Let's say you kill the middle. Let's say you kill the halftime. You kill the intermission. Like, if you kill intermission, what if they needed something, and now it's the end of the game and it's too late?
You don't need a meeting. You don't need to have a designated meeting for that. They'll just come over and be like, "Hey, I need some," or they'll text you, or call you, or wave you down. Hey,
well, that could be like a one-night stand,
which is fine. Well,
so maybe I'm effing that.
You can F that if you want.
Maybe I'm effing the halftime, because it might satisfy a need that you need satisfaction in that moment, and so you pull it out of the stops. You light some candles, put the right song on. I mean, I'm going to F with the middle. I'm going to kill post game, because they should have let you know. They should have let you know by the end of the game. I shouldn't have to go over there and be like, "Hey, everything okay?" They should have known to say, "Hey, I need you to come over here at the end of the game."
In Pro Ball, were you expected to go check in?
No.
Go over? You never did.
No.
You didn't.
So I mean, but in Pro Ball,
it's so awkward because
in minor, sorry, major leagues, we would check in. We would try to check in with the other team during batting practice,
but not after the game.
No, God no.
Because you were
in the minor leagues, I would try to check in the day they got there, like before the game. Like whenever they showed up, I would try to catch the athletic trainer. And then, granted, we were playing 5-game series, so
that's so bizarre to me.
We would.
That's so weird.
Me and every athletic trainer,
NBA playoffs,
we would be texting each other throughout every game. So, and usually not about any kind of injury.
About Batman,
probably about Batman, or how I had to take the umpire last night to the ER because he got hit in the nuts. I'm going to marry the pregame because I do think that's the most important. I mean, everybody's got to have their plan, and everybody's got to be able to execute that plan when the iron strikes.
Could you make the argument, though, that's when you're freshest, so maybe that's when you should be effing? You're fresh, you're strong, you're alert, you're on top of it.
You still have the stamina.
Yeah, you're not bored to death. You're not bored to death. Maybe it is effing.
But maybe we need...
Because after a while, marriage is boring.
There's a lot of stamina. There's a lot of stamina
needed
in marriage.
Here's the other thing about the post-game meet.
Yeah.
If you do have the post-game meet, which I think at college, whatever, it's so awkward if you're the home person and you're walking over to say, "Hey, do you need anything?"
Yeah.
And either the other team won, and you're like, Or like it's worse if the visiting team loses and you're walking over there. It's almost like you're gloating just a little bit. You're like, "Hey, you need anything? Because we just kicked your ass.
You need anything?
Like, I just want to make sure.
I don't need anything because you know what victories mean? No injuries.
Especially if like you're an AT that like celebrates with your team and you're like jumping around, high five, and then you gotta. Sorry, I'm gonna walk over.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? Like you have to pretend like you weren't just celebrating with your team.
Yeah, but that had to be.
That gets to be awkward.
It had to be different in baseball than it was in soccer, though, right?
No,
I mean, really? Oh. I mean, victories in baseball are just victories.
What happens if you get an itch in a superhero costume?
You find a long spoon.
No itches allowed.
Like, imagine if like my
that's what I was just doing.
What if we created an entire, the gridiron like, little clips, like all the like. They'll do NFL gridiron heights or something. Have you ever seen these?
No.
So I only see them on Instagram.
I've seen the NFL bad lip readings.
No, so there's an entire like series of these gridiron. I'm pretty sure it's gridiron heights. Gridiron heights. Yeah, from Bleacher Report, and they're like these funny cartoon versions of like the latest events in the NFL. Like, so there'll be like all the like go down a rabbit hole.
All right, yeah.
For yourself on Bleacher Report and watch these Gridiron Heights.
Okay.
What if there was a Gridiron Heights of superheroes? That'd be a pretty good one. Like,
let's do it.
What does Batman do when he has an itch in his ear? Like, how do you like he can't get to his ears? He just can't.
It's kind of what the boys. The boys is a little bit.
I can't get to my nose.
It's a little bit what the boys is like. The premise of what if they were just regular people like that had powers, and they did bad things and just as many good things.
What if the Hulk gets diarrhea?
Forget it. Watch it.
FMK.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm changing my mind. I think I might kill the post-game meeting. I might agree with you.
Killing. Oh, I'm marrying, effing, and then I'm killing.
Although maybe I want to F the pregame now. Because it's the beginning, it's fresh, it's fun, it's new, it's important. And Kyle says pregame is also where you have a chance to talk with the other team and network. I think that's just flirting, Kyle. That's just flirting. That's not networking. That's flirting. You're just flirting a little bit like, hey, how's your season going? How's your season going? What's the weather like?
Sliding into some DMs.
Yeah, you're ATDMing. Hey, what you got any injuries over there? Well, what have you been doing? Got anything fun? You been busy?
And then maybe by the mid game, you are like you guys kind of already know
broke the seal.
Yeah, you already broke the seal. You have an unspoken language, like you've been married for 5 years.
So I'm changing my mind. I'm effing the pregame, even though it's important. So I'm gonna F it.
Effing's very important.
You need to make sure that there's a connection.
That's how we repopulate the earth
of ATs. So let's do some candy talk real quick, and then we'll get into our featured topic. Jesus, you have a small pile over there, Kev.
You haven't had shit yet.
I have 2 of those and one of these. Kevin's.
That's why I'm filling out this large
Batman
shirt.
So, are we gonna? Do you want to FMK 3 of these, or you want to rank these?
I think
or do you want to do? So we've got in this bag here of candy that we brought for
Classics.
Tonight. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Kit Kats, Hershey's Milk Chocolate, and Twizzlers. So are you just ranking them?
Yeah, rank them. 1 being the top.
All right.
Because it's number 1.
If I could. All right, I'll go in reverse order.
Okay. This is an easy 4.
The easy 4 is Hershey's.
Hell yeah.
Now, I can't eat 2 of these, but when I could. Although straight up chocolate right now is kind of a good thing. Right now,
so disappointing.
At Whole Foods, they've got some gluten-free pretzel chocolate bars that are phenomenal. Anyways, all right. Of these four, Hershey's, I'll go fourth place there. Are you agreement?
Absolutely.
Okay. Third place, Twizzlers. Oh no.
I don't know about that one, Chad. No, I'm in agreement.
Third place, Twizzlers. Second place, Kit Kat.
Bet your ass.
I do like a Kit Kat though.
Yeah. Left or right?
If I had a Mount Rushmore of candy from, Kit Kat might be in my top 4.
Really?
I can't eat it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably not. Number 1 is Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It's the GOAT.
All time GOAT.
Reese's. Okay, so Kyle did his. He did Reese's. Oh, he's ranking these 4. He did Reese's, Kit Kat, Hershey. So he switched the Hershey's and the Twizzlers. He's not a licorice person.
I'm in full agreement with you, man.
Yeah.
I do like Kit Kat.
I was thinking of my GOAT all time.
This last Kit Kat I just had, though, was disappointing. There wasn't enough crunch in it.
Do you have like a when you were a kid, favorite candy from when you were a kid? And now you're like, I would never be caught dead eating it because it's probably not seen as like a cool candy to eat. But when you were a kid and you didn't care, because I've got like,
give me an example.
The white and green mint chocolate.
Junior mints.
I
love Junior Mints. Why would those not be cool?
I don't think it's a popular candy nowadays. Junior Mints. It's not. But I loved it.
I don't even know if the last time I saw Junior Mints.
Correct.
You know what I used to eat a lot of when I was a kid?
New York peppermint patties. That's another one. I love mint. I love mint so much.
Yeah, I like those too. Andy's candies.
Andy's candies are different, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I just all of a sudden that came to mind. One, I used to love Crunch bars.
Nestle's Crunch bars?
Yeah.
Blue, red, white?
Yeah. Chocolate with like a little bit of like Rice Krispies or something.
Love it. It's a great pick. I think it's an underrated candy.
I would never buy that again though.
Why?
Because if I'm going to buy something, I'm going to buy a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup or something else. I'm not going that route. I'm just not going that route.
Milk Duds. Candy I liked as a kid. Probably not really popular now.
Never liked them.
I liked trying to get stuff out of my teeth.
Yeah. What about, I like
orange slices is not really a candy, but I would like orange slices, fruit slices, spearmint leaves. Yeah. I'm talking about like
whenever
stuff.
I went to a movie, I always got the sour straws.
I did not.
Always. Every single time I got sour straws. Green apple were my favorite. But I didn't discriminate if they didn't have them. What do we got? Anybody else?
Let's see here. Kyle says Twix is the GOAT.
Oh my God. You know what? I used to love Twix so much that I got sick of them.
Yeah. How can you not turn down a Junior Mint? They're very refreshing. 100 grand bar is very underrated. Junior Mints got a bad rap when Kramer dropped it in the surgical patient from the observation deck in Seinfeld.
There you go.
Nisi says the only chocolate I like is Reese's, Butterfinger, and Crunch. The other chocolate candies can go to hell. I love me some sour candy, though.
What about just like a
nut rolls?
A nut roll?
I loved nut rolls as a kid.
Jesus Christ.
That was my mom's favorite. You never had a nut roll?
What about like a Jawbreaker?
I was out on the Jawbreakers.
Yeah. I think that would be in that, like, I had them as a kid, and definitely, like, what were we doing?
I agree, Nisi. I also liked candy corn as a kid, and I still like candy corn. I'm fine with it.
Always hated it.
You want to chew on some wax?
Just a wax.
I'm fine with it.
You know what I loved as a kid? I mean, loved candy cigarettes.
Yes.
Those were fucking good.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea what I was even doing, but I'm like, yeah.
I mean, and then like you would get the one puff, and it would just through it.
Nerds.
I mean, the idea that no kid nowadays knows that there were candy cigarettes when we were young, it's kind of wild.
Is there candy vapes?
Well, they're probably going to have to be candy joints soon because everywhere it's going to be legal as soon, I would assume pretty soon here.
Candy joints.
Come on, there's going to have to be candy. Oh, there already are brownies and stuff like
How
that.
How about the candy syringes?
Yeah, candy syringes.
Here's one.
Wax straws.
One that I liked as a kid. I really liked as a kid, and now probably not as popular. Bottle caps.
Yeah.
Give me some fucking root beer bottle caps.
Yeah.
Root beer, then grape, then cherry.
100%. Talk about chewing on some wax afterwards, right? Oh, God. Right? That's what you're talking about?
No, I'm thinking of like the chalky spree type things.
Oh, yeah.
That had like a little divot on one side and like a little.
No, I love those.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like the little actual soda bottles.
Yeah, those were a thing too.
Made of freaking wax. They had a liquid in them.
Yeah. Probably seems legit.
Seriously,
FDA
right?
probably was okay with those.
Oh my God, the amount of candies that were existing.
Well,
back then,
when I went to the store to buy this right before the show, I was like, "This is overwhelming." There were so many different combinations.
Yeah, with these multi packs that everybody has now.
Yeah,
that's pretty
around this time. Yeah.
All right,
Nate still loves bottle of cash. Yeah, let's do the top of the week.
Right.
Feature topic.
My nose is sweating.
Yeah, mine. I got a little okay. Current update: 61% Captain America, 39% Batman. So 3 out of 5 Cap. Okay. Oh, also I want to show you this here. I don't know if you saw this. This is not our feature topic, but tell me what your thoughts on this. So we posted on our Candid _ATC. It's like a pillow for bus rides.
Oh, but you blow it up.
You blow it up. It's an inflatable pillow, and there's like a whole like center section, so you can lay. I wish this would have extended my career. Your athletic training career. God. The aches and pains in my back would be gone from like the twisting on the bus, the laying on the bus.
That's interesting.
What do you think?
Yeah, check out at Candid _ATC on our X, the old Twitterverse. Chad posted that. I've seen versions of that.
You've seen versions.
If that can stay inflated for an entire bus ride, that's pretty fucking legit. Okay. I liked even like when she put it up against the window and then used it.
Yeah.
Because that was my go-to. My go-to was
I had
a big pillow that I would shove right next to the window and then hug a little bit and then boom. But I'm not very tall, so so if you're in a 2-seat spot, right, I could put my carry-on suitcase in the aisle seat, like at the feet of the aisle seat, and then I could put my feet up and lean back to the window and have a pillow behind me, and it was perfect.
Sure.
But I'm not very tall, so it worked.
We should do a whole episode on bus positions.
Or
FMK bus positions.
All the positions you can get in on a
bus. Kama Sutra of bus positions.
There you go. Athletic.
Let's put this
athletic training Kama Sutra.
FMK
bus positions.
Bus positions. Question mark. All right, that's on there for next week. All right, so we put up.
Oh goodness.
Was this earlier today, or no? This was a couple days ago. Other than it being the end of a tape roll, is there another reason you would throw away a roll of tape? Other than it being, there's not enough to do anything with this. You want me to read a couple of the comments here?
Give it to me.
And you can stop me if you want to comment or make a counter argument or whatever. If it was hard, this is our friend Abby. If it was hard to get off the roll.
Ooh, that's what she said.
That's what I thought. I hate that. So tension.
Yeah.
When you find it
hard to get off the roll. What if it was too easy?
What's worse?
What's worse? Is it worse when a tape roll, not a human, but a tape roll is easier to get off or harder to get off? What's worse?
It's harder. It's worse when when you're you're fighting the alligator here.
Oh,
I would much rather have a roll come a little too easily.
quick.
Yeah. I hate
when things are
hard.
and
No,
sticky.
give me the tape roll that doesn't have as much adhesive than too much adhesive.
Yeah, okay.
Do you disagree or agree?
I feel like you have to go with the easy roll.
Yeah, it's easier to adjust as an AT. You can always make the tension, but there's nothing worse than starting a roll of tape and all of a sudden it gets tough,
God.
and now you got to like really like pull, and now you got you're really cranking on the kid's body
like
part.
When you're changing speeds too much.
Yeah. Caitlin said, when you find it at the bottom of a long forgotten kit and it's moldy.
Moldy?
I mean, I've seen some in places that are old and a little brown. Yeah.
Is that mold though?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy shit.
Dr. DJ Gilead. Dr. DJ Gilliland said spliced tape, the bane of my existence. Yeah. So if he's got a half roll, he's chucking it because he doesn't want that.
It's like that's why I bought the half-inch, people. I
don't disagree. Mike Hopper said if they're super sticky, I'll pitch them. Jen Reeling said adhesive gone bad. Ooh. Greg Garofalo, if adhesive is too strong, it doesn't come off the roll smoothly. Haven't had an issue since switching to brand.
Is that what we could call our pay-per-view channel?
What's that?
Adhesive gone bad.
Adhesive gone bad. Melted or really bad
adhesive
flat
gone
tire.
Wild. There you go.
Adhesive gone wild.
Yeah, there you go. What was that? Something about a flat tire.
Melted or really bad flat tire.
Melted. Yeah. Well, usually if it's melted, that means it got really
How about
sticky.
this?
Yeah.
If someone stepped on it or used it for a squeeze toys like some of my athletes would do while on the taping table.
You can't see my face right now, but a squeeze toy?
So I'm thinking like
squeezing the tape?
So have you ever had an oblong one? Like maybe somebody used it like
so it turned like
Remember you had to kind of insert in like when you're learning to tape certain lower extremities, you have that heel lift thing?
Yeah. Somebody
Do you think they were using like the tape roll like that?
But if you put the tape roll so that it's not round and it's flat.
Yeah. I don't know. But I found an oblong one or two.
Oh, there's
I would throw it out.
Sure.
That's that is a legitimate reason to throw away a roll of tape if it's
oblong.
Yeah, I would think I would do it.
I'd take the challenge.
You're fine with it. You're keeping it. Okay. Jason at 4symbols78 said, "No, there's no reason to throw anything away." Dylan Alam said, "I had to throw out a few rolls that had been left in unused kits at the beginning of this year." Kaylee Peary, not KT Perry.
Oh.
My throwaway rolls turn into here, boys, tape your shoelaces and wrists by yourself rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Wound too tightly. A wet roll of tape is a goner.
Wet
rolls.
A little wet roll.
Got melted and is now too sticky.
Yeah.
And then here's a good one. This was, I think, the last one. The can't find the end roll.
Oh.
Like power tape, victory tape.
Yeah.
Can't find the end? See ya.
Yeah.
Can you think of any other
the old packing tape?
Can you think of any other situations where you'd get rid of one? I think that's an underrated one. You can't find the end on something else.
Just can't find the end of it. It's too deep.
So we got adhesive, we got spliced, we've got misshapen, we've got can't find the end. I think the main discussion was the too tight or too loose.
Yes. And it's usually, I think, and somebody said it's when tape gets old and it just isn't sticking to anything. Like the adhesive is, it's served its purpose only adhesing to itself for a little while, and then like you try to. It's the roll that is too easy to take off, but then it won't stick to itself when you're actually taping somebody.
Yeah.
That's one. If it's brittle, maybe like
Oh, here. How about this? How about this? This is another one. When you're taping, and there's always the one edge that is not staying. Like,
oh, there you go.
it's not really a true spliced roll.
No, that's a good one.
But you're taping, and there's like that one edge that's.
And you either stop and you try to like rip off some,
and
to
you're
like
constantly
try to
battling
redo it, but you're
get rid of
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, just get rid of that one.
That one was a.
What about the roll like that? The cardboard in the middle is not perfectly centered,
Oh.
and so therefore,
Yep.
it's like constantly like
Rubbing.
digging into your finger.
That's why
I
would
might
always
toss that
That's
one.
why I would always get that cut right here. I don't have that
Yeah.
cut. That well, I guess it's a little early. The
Yeah.
weather hasn't changed yet here, but yeah,
Yeah, but it's been a while since you.
that cardboard, if it's not 100% in position,
That's a solid one. That's the only thing I can think of. Hey, you know what though? I got. Do we have anything more on that? Do you have anything else?
Nate just said the blowing it up
Yeah.
park is the only downside of it.
Oh, the blowing it up part.
Part.
The pillow thing from the bus.
Oh, all right. So that's not about the
Yeah.
tape discussion. Got it.
Yeah.
Way behind in my comments.
So I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but I just thought about it now. I've been having a lot of athletic training talk with my patients and some of my staff members that are at my clinic. And so shout out right now, because I said I hope this is the first time she watches or listens to this podcast, but Olivia Turner, she's an athletic training student down in Alabama.
Bama.
Her mother is a wonderful human being that works in my clinic right now. She's going through the process of figuring out whether or not she wants to keep going on as for her master's of athletic training, or if she wants to maybe go PT route. So we've been having a lot of discussions about the differences between athletic trainers and PTs. And then we've been having a lot of discussions about, so mom was asking me, why are we athletic trainers and not athletic therapists? Because they're actually a Canadian family. And I think they do athletic therapists in Canada.
They do.
And then we were talking a lot about why did we go to a master's level? Why is like what's the reason to do athletic training versus PT and vice versa? So shout out Olivia. Listen to the podcast. Hopefully you keep that passion to athletic training. It's a great profession. There's a lot of routes you can take. But if you ever need to talk more about it, you can reach out either to us, Candid Athletic Training, at Candid_ATC, or even me directly. Your mom has my number. That sounded kind of dirty. But anyway.
Your mom's got my digits.
The other thing, listen to this. I had a patient. She was on my table, and we're talking about what's going on with her. She's got some hip pain. She's a runner. We're talking about this, talking about that, talking about this, and she goes, "You seem very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
You actually seem like you know what you're doing more than any PT I've ever encountered." And I said, "Well, I really appreciate that, but, there's a lot of smart PTs out there and blah, blah, blah." She said, "So, like, athletic training is, like, considered a little higher in the hierarchy. Like, it's above in the hierarchy in the medical field than PT, right?"
Oh.
And I went, "Oh, my God. No. But thank you." Right? I just want everybody out there, all 14 million people that are listening to this podcast right now, to know that no, athletic trainers are not higher on the hierarchy of the medical field, but we are level, right? PTs have their world. We have our world. Sometimes we cross over. What I would love is more conversations, more athletic trainers talking to their patients, talking to their athletes to make sure that people know athletic trainers are at least as valuable as PTs in the world.
Well said.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I got. I can't believe I forgot to talk to you about that earlier.
That's great.
But
I love that people are recognizing.
Heck yeah, man.
The value.
Hell yeah.
I think
and
that's
so
important.
What is fun is what we do this podcast for, I think, is to have fun with athletic training. Clearly.
Yeah, look at this.
We made it the entire show of wearing these masks. I kind of can't wait to take it off, but either way. But I think we also want to be advocates for the profession to make and let everybody know that this profession is great. It can be fun, and it can be really, really rewarding. Sure, there are some really shitty things about it, but there's shitty things about every profession, and you have to know that. So enjoy the rest of your night. Do you have anything else about? No? You just want to go save the world somehow, right?
I'm going to go do some more lunges and squats to work on America's ass.
As you should. Now, just don't let Bucky ruin anything for you, okay? And I will let Robin not boss me around.
Where's Rachel?
Rachel! How did they not know that it was Bruce Wayne when like Commissioner Gordon, before he was Commissioner Gordon, I think. No, he was Commissioner Gordon by the time. No, he wasn't Commissioner Gordon yet. When he says, well, who are you going for? And he goes, Rachel. Like, come on. He's not going for Rachel if he doesn't know who she is. Anyway, love all ya. Candid_ATC, CandidAthleticTraining.com, CandidAthleticTraining@gmail.com. Love our sponsors, Healthy Roster. Go check them out for your EMR. SmartToolsPlus.com, Candid 10 to get your 10% off. Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. Go get the best and cheapest insurance you can as an athletic trainer if you're a member of the Candid Athletic Training Podcast. Everybody have a great night.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Bye.